here's another case, Reg. Okay, he is ducking a bit low at times, but Rocchigiani's making the best of it. I think he's forcing that referee into giving warnings. And most fighters just want to get on with the job. He keeps complaining.
Barry McGuigan. Now, Eubank's corner think that he's boxing very well, and certainly Rocchigiani's stamina may be in question here.
Yeah, I think he's ground him down with those body punches. Body punches in the early rounds were brilliant. He was bringing him into the floating rib, not in the stomach. He's bringing him round his guard, whacking those solar plexus and working the floating ribs, and he's really starting to take the wind out of his sails. He had him on the run there in the early part of the round. I give that round even. Rocchigiani came back in the second half of the round, but I still got Eubank 2 rounds up.
But you get the feeling the German can't get into this fight.
He hasn't been allowed. Eubanks has boxed very well, stayed on the outside, kept his head moving, wrapped those ribs pretty often, and I think he's ahead. He's just got to put a good effort in for the last 2 rounds to secure it.
So the 11th round then. I'll tell you what, Jim, I think I might dig out the old the helmet here, because if Eubank gets this at the end of 12, they're liable to throw a few things in the ring, I suggest, with a little local bias, to say the least.
See, quite often in close fights, Reg, you start going with your gut feelings, and the gut feeling is that Eubank is the boss here. He's stronger, he's controlled what's going on in a lot of the rounds. Okay, Rocchigiani's had a few good rounds, you can't take that away from him. But it hasn't sustained it enough for me.
Well, there it is, as Barry said in the chat between rounds then, a couple of points up. And for Eubank's sake, I hope Barry's got it right.
Eubank's going to have to go with him in these exchanges. He's no use doing the fancy humorous stuff. He's got to stick to his job here and start blasting back. These are clean shots.
He's having a good round here.
So Eubank thinks it's smart to shake his hips and smile. That's it. Well, it's happened to him, Reg. That's the last thing he needs. That's the last thing. He's had plenty of warnings.
Well, Jim, I reckon that's about even. They're making the fight now, don't you, with a round to go?
Well, if Rocchigiani wins this round, he hasn't won the round yet, Reggie. He's done the better work in the first half of it. Eubank, he's been spurred on, and thankfully he's responding. He wants to keep this to the end of the round, at least save a point. 10-9 instead of 10-8. Little nick under Rocchigiani's left eye now, nothing serious, just a little trickle. Rocchigiani very tired here, very tired in the 11th round. Well, most judges, I think, are going to score this 10-8 Rocchigiani, Reg. You know, he's just on his bike now, coasting around through. Eubank's lost the point, and Rocchigiani was good in the first minute. Eubank's come back excellently since that warning, but you've got to expect the judges to go with the referee and score it 10-8 against him. Yep, and Rocchigiani finishing strongly, which is the last thing Eubank wanted allowed.
Well, I said at the start, Jim, he's a very gritty fighter, the German, that I knew.
He's very tired, but he's driving himself on now. That's been a disaster for Eubank. Eubank himself very tired.
There he is, that's slow walk back there, I'll tell you. I mean, he should be running back to that corner now and saying, well, you know, how's the position now, fellas? What am I going to do? He's got to win the last round, I think. And then, you know, there's no certainty then, Jim, is it?
No, if this fight was at home and if I had full confidence in the WBO officials, I would say Eubank still just nicking it. But there's so many funny things have happened. See, this
Here's the warning now.
Often in the previous rounds when Eubank ducked down, Rocchigiani leaned over as he's done a bit there again. See, he leans over, gets Eubank's head under his armpit and exaggerates the thing. I think he's actually brought that warning on Eubank, so his tactics have worked there.
Yeah, but he didn't seem to land a low blow there, did he?
He didn't land any low blows. It's for ducking low. That's what the warning was for.
Yeah.
And I think there the referee's been manipulated.
So the final 3 minutes then of the Super Middleweight Championship of the World, and Jim Watt and I make it a bit of a cliffhanger. And some ring lights have gone out now. That's all we need in the last round. Everything happens when Eubank's about. At least we're not going to have any paragliders coming in. That fruitcake from America now